Hello. My good boy, he's very tired this morning. We've been doing the usual, obviously. I received some news last night, and not great news. And sometimes it just puts life into perspective, doesn't it, really? Sorry, it's still very early in the morning. Just having a Slurpee. My friend's son, who's 20, I think he's either 24 or 25, I'm not sure, has been having some treatment and has been diagnosed with a terminal condition, terminal cancer. Right. It just puts things, it just really makes you think about life sometimes, you know, and the important things in life. You know, and the silly little squabbles that people have, particularly, you know, friends, close friends, or within families, there's no need for it, is there? Not really. You know, life is short, I've said that loads of times, and when you get a situation with a young man that's facing his last few weeks, you know, it really is awful. It's awful for him, it's awful for the family. Hello, darling. Good boy, I know. Good boy. Okay. Yeah, life, I mean, it throws this stuff at us sometimes. And we really need to work out what's important in life for us. Love you. Okay, go and lay down, darling. You're tired. Go and lay down. Lay down for me. Lay down. Good boy, lay down. There's a good boy. Good boy. Ah, yeah, life, eh? I'm not even sure what to say about it. I don't really know the lad very well. I know his mum. You know, I told her that I'd be there for her in any way I can, which sounds like throwaway words, but I really mean it. You know, if they need me, I'll be there. I'm going to text her a bit later, not ring or anything, just text and just reiterate what I've said. I'm here for you, you know, and whenever. But it does make you think, it makes you kind of ponder on life, doesn't it? The pointlessness of life, I suppose we could call it. You know, life is short and we're faced with many trials and tribulations and hassles, problems, worries, and ultimately illness and death. Sounds very negative, maudlin, horrible, but that is fact, you know, we might as well face fact. But when somebody's life is about to go as a young man, that's awful. I don't know what he's going through. I really don't. You know, so if you've got any problems within your life, family or friends or whatever, sort it out if you can. There's some things that have gone past that, and I'm a great believer in saying that if something no longer serves you, get rid. Just get rid. You know, you don't need it in your life. Life is short. Life is to be lived, and if you live your life worrying whatever people might say or do or think, it's going to be a sad life, really. You know, it really is. I don't particularly care what anybody says about me or thinks about me. It's not important because I know me, and I live my life my terms, and that's it really. And I think we all should, you know, we should obviously stop caring what people think. I mean, number one, but you know, work out who is important, what is important. I think there's a lot of mixed messages that people get in their heads, and they believe that this is important or that is important. Some of it is and some of it isn't, but it's up to each individual person, I think, really, to kind of think their life through. And for me, a lot of silliness goes on in the world. We live in a frightening world, actually. Yeah, where we've got people like Trump and Putin and you know, the so-called top dogs around the world and what have you, all sort of puffing out their chest, wanting to be bigger and better than anybody else, and they've got the potential of pressing that nuclear button. You know, that's the sort of world we live in. And then of course we've got fracking, we've got problems with the food, we've got, if we believe it or not, I don't know, but chemtrails, your GMO, vaccines causing problems around the world. We've got half the world are starving because they can't have any food, they haven't even got clean water, and we've got the other half living in luxury. It's a weird world, a sad world really, you know. And it can be a frightening world if we want to dig into the media and believe the stories about terrorism and things like that, you know. I personally don't. I take a big back seat on it. As I say, if something no longer serves me, I get rid of it. And I think for me, media and things like that, they don't serve any purpose in my life. Your newspapers or the news, it doesn't serve any purpose. So I got rid of it. So I don't see it, I don't bother with it. Same as, I suppose, really even with this, with YouTube, you know, there's a lot of negativity, a lot of rubbish out there. And if it no longer serves a purpose, I don't watch it, I don't comment on it, I don't read the comments on videos, I'm not interested. And I've got a number of people that say, oh, this person's made a video, or this person said this about you. That's fine, you know. I don't bother commenting because my life is too important for me. It's a short life. I want to go and live my life, not spend my life thinking about other people, what they might be doing on their own channel. That's up to them, you know. It's not important in my life. They don't factor in my life. And it's the same as the news, and it's the same as wars, and it's the same as terrorism and things like that. They don't factor in my life. You know, but when you hear that a young man is about to lose his life, you stop, don't you? I did. Stopped in my tracks and I thought, okay, what am I doing in my life? My short life. You know, I live my life my way for me, on my own terms really. That's the only way that I can possibly do it. That's the only way that I can get through my life, living my life for me. You know, and it is a short life, and I feel so very sorry for his family. So sorry. It's awful. If I had a magic wand, I'd use it right now, you know. But life happens, accidents happen, illness happens, disease happens. It is part of life. And it affects us all in some way. You know, I don't know what more to say really on the subject. I would just be there for them as much as possible really, if they want me to. But yeah, I think we've got to let go of whatever silliness is going on in our life and the negativity and that. As I say, especially with friends or family. Outside of that, people are not important. Water off a duck's back and it doesn't matter to anybody really. But you know, anybody that's close to you, if there is a problem and you can sort it out, then yeah, go and sort it out. If you know that it's past sorting out, or you've tried and come up against a brick wall, then time to let go and live your life your way, your terms. And remember, it's a short life. You can spend your life worrying about people and, you know, living this awful negative sort of a life, or you can get on and live your life. And I only hope that with this lad that he's lived, although he's young, I hope he's had a good time in those young 24, 25 years. You know, there's many people that live until they're 70, 80, 90, and this lad, you know, it's such a shame at that age. It's awful. But it's a wake-up call, isn't it? I suppose that's what I'm saying in this video really. We need to wake up to ourselves. We need to look around and think, okay, what is important? What do I really want out of my life? Am I going to let the outside influences, the silliness that goes on, am I going to let that impact in my life in some way? Which I don't, as you all know. You know, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, whether it's media, whether it's, you know, like newspapers, television, whatever. Just stories I hear when I'm walking the dog. Oh, do you know about this? I'm not interested. You know, so none of that impacts in my life. I don't give it one single second thought. Not one single second. I live my life for me, as I say, you know, and I take all the good, most of the good out of my life if I can, really, but just to remember that it is or can be a very short life, and therefore I think we should do whatever we can for other people, really, to give them a good life as much as we can. Anyway, a bit of a sad video, I think, there, really, but you know, life isn't all about running through the roses, is it? And in the sunshine and big smiles on our faces and stuff like that. Yeah, we're doing okay. I'm happy inside, and Bodhi's great, and life is good, and good gets better, as I always say. But you know, life is pretty good for us right now, I must admit. We're having a good time, and in a way I feel kind of guilty about that, really. You know, the last few months I think has been amazing in my life, absolutely amazing. I've really enjoyed it. I've got to know so many new people in the last few months, and we've just had a fantastic time, and we still are. It's great, you know. And then you hear news like this. I suppose I'm grateful, more grateful for my life now than I was just 24 hours ago, because my life has just turned completely on its head over the last few months, and it's been absolutely amazing, and it's continuing to be so, you know. So yeah, message of this video, don't worry about the silly things of life. Try to make amends with what you can. If you know that that's past, let it go, because you know, if something no longer serves you, then it's not worth giving any thought, time or energy to. And do whatever we can for other people. Okay, take care and be well.